Hi guys, welcome to the ScienceX Orientation. I'm
Uh,
Simran, Vaswani, and I'm one of the founding leadership of ScienceX.
my name is Niju. I'm the other co-founder of ScienceX.
Okay, so this
And this is
orientation,
the ScienceX orientation on like just basic information about ScienceX and how to run your chapter and every informa bit of information that you kind of need to know.
Mhm. Okay, let's go on ahead. Okay, so what is ScienceX? So ScienceX is a research club for middle schoolers students that empowers them to explore a scientific question that interests them. So through guided research and a simplified research proposal, students will learn how real-world scientific research is designed, communicated, and conducted. This course is designed specifically for middle school students to help them understand how scientific research projects are conducted in the real world. So they will learn the research process and they will finally create a project showing everything they learned throughout the year at the end of the year.
Yeah, and I feel like most of you applied for this club by already knowing what ScienceX was. This is just like
It's a
um,
general basic overview. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about what is expected of all the chapter officers. So the chapter president, so they're like kind of the main leader, but like obviously all the other officers are also just as important. But they're like day-to-day chapter operations, communications with the Science X like members and us, the founding leadership, and then they have to train incoming officers.
Like in a
Main,
couple of years, whenever.
when other like officers come in, and then maintain organizational standards and all other regular officer duties. So you're kind of mainly responsible for making sure that everything runs smoothly in the club and like outside of the club, like anything that needs to be handled for the kids.
Exactly. Yeah. So the chapter vice president, they're obviously going to assist the president. They're going to be doing the same regular officer duties as the president and the social media manager, but they're gonna be one who are gonna have direct communication with the members and ScienceX and the advisor. So you'll be communicating with us more, and you will be working with your advisor to figure out what will be needed to help the club.
And yeah, so obviously doing all other regular officer duties. And when the pre if the president for some reason can't make it to the meeting, that means like you would be in charge, like
Yeah,
that.
hold the president position.
Mhm. And then we have the chapter's social media and outreach manager. So they're going to do regular social media posts for the chapters and social media in the social media for the specific chapter. And they're going to make flyers and other ways to promote the club. So they're expected to like kind of convey the information to the students and other officers about what's going like on and when like things are going to happen and stuff like that. And they also have to help set up community impact days. So we're doing this new thing. We kind of started a little bit last year. So like almost once a month, we're going to have like a community impact day. Last year, we were able to make cards for the Nationwide Children's Hospital. So something like that. So we would partner with other organizations to just show how science is used in the community or other ways, like just impacting our community through these
Yeah.
students, other ideas.
And more information about those days are to follow later in this orientation video.
Yeah, and obviously all other regular officer duties, communicating with the students, helping them with their projects, and communicating with the advisor and us.
Also, because there will be around three of you in each chapter, it is important that at least one officer is there in each meeting. It would be great if all three were present, but if something comes up, there has to be at least one.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are the benefits of being a chapter officer? So, you're going to be mentoring younger students, just like establishing relationships with those middle schoolers, like me and Niju. We got to know more about these middle schoolers and learn more about them. It was like a lot of fun interacting with them. You develop leadership skills. It's like, um, Yeah, and then we're gonna improve communication skills, especially because you have to like think of explaining ways to younger kids something like you just think about how you can explain it in a better way, so they could easily understand you. You're gonna make connections. We're thinking of bringing in a panel for our final presentation day, so you'll be making connections with those panelists and stuff.
And
So
just
more
like the
information will
advisors
follow.
there and your like co officers, it's good to like know people and yeah.
Interested, yeah, in science. And you'll also be getting volunteer hours, which we will communicate on how you'll be receiving those throughout the year progresses.
Mhm. Okay, so this year, so how we make the kids do their research project is through like a research slideshow because it would be hard for them to write like a whole paper as like a middle schooler. So this is like a simplified version of exactly that, but just in like a slideshow format. So this year's slideshow, we have like a template that we would like all the middle schoolers to use because it's like it's perfect for them to help to learn how the research works in the real world. So we have research question, background research, hypothesis, like experimental design, the expected results. So basically, they won't be actually doing like the experiment or like anything that requires like materials for it, but they will design it and they're going to have expected results and limitations for it. And they'll also have a conclusion and sources. They'll also create a physical presentation, such as a poster or a pamphlet, to further showcase their projects. We included some pictures of last year's kids from their final presentation day. So you can see like up top like their posters and like how the slideshow works. Yeah.
Also, like every year for Science X, we try to change the format. I think it was a bit different last year, so we're kind of changing the slideshow format. Because we asked the kids and they really like this idea. So
Yeah.
next year will be something different. Okay, so there will be partnerships for Science X Community Impact Days. We're still deciding like what we would like to do for those community impact days. But if you guys have any other ideas, please let us know because we have some listed over here. We were only able to have one community impact day and we made cards and you can see the picture right there. But we're open to trying out different partnerships for these
Mhm.
days.
Yes. So for resources, we're gonna provide you guys with our lot like a template slideshow that we used last year, and each chapter can like see how we kind of modeled it and like built it, and obviously change it to your specific needs for like the kids at your chapter. But they must be shared with us at the ScienceX
Email.
email so
Yeah.
that we can review it and see if like something doesn't work out. So snacks for middle schoolers. So last year we sometimes brought in snacks for the middle schoolers because they enjoyed it whenever they were working hard. We like to reward them with something. So will not be provided by us, but you can purchase like snacks if you would like to for them and communicate with their advisor. At the end, we were able to get donations from the kids. So like they would bring in snacks and they could share with everyone. We will also have them sign permission slips that we will be providing for the chapter officers once the club is like about to start, so that you guys can edit it, modify it if you need it, anything, and give it out to the students.
Also, quick note, the club will start in the second semester of the school year as the first semester is really just creating your slideshow, finding your advisor, getting to know your officers, and then second semester is when the club actually starts.
Mhm.
Okay, so transportation. So as a science officer, you'll have to like travel by yourself from the high school to the middle school. And if you aren't able to transport there and you have other officers also going to the middle school, you could always ask the carpool. And also, it's your responsibility after the club ends that that you know that the kids have transportation. So you just set you to let like you to notify the kids that the club is ending at a specific time, like the club meeting. Because one time I met a kid who got lost, but then we were able to take care of it because they didn't know like the time the club ended. and the parents weren't informed. So make sure you communicate with advisors, set up a meeting ending time, and notify all the kids and the parents through email. And then once you find an advisor, make sure to communicate what time the advisor is comfortable in reaching the middle school. Like for me, I we do Orange Middle School and Niju's from Berlin. I'm from Orange, so I would just sit in Orange High School for 15 minutes waiting for her to pick me up. And by that time, my our teacher advisor was comfortable with us coming in the middle school. So you might have to wait in the high school waiting till your teacher advisor is ready for you to get into the middle school and start science sex.
Yeah. It really depends on their schedule, kind of. Like our teacher didn't have a core four, so we were able to get there earlier and set up. But you can always communicate with them and be like, is it okay if we come during your class time and like
If
set
not,
up?
we'll just wait in high school for a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna like split the schools up between the two of us because it's probably gonna be hard if like both of us are trying to help with like every single school. Obviously, you can contact both of us, but I'll be supervising Berlin Middle School and Shanahan Middle School, and Simran's going to be supervising Berkshire and Eversole Run. Since we have like busy school years, it would be easier if you just contacted like the person who is supervising your school instead of like both of
Both
us.
of us. Exactly. Okay. So for a final presentation format, we are considering bringing together all the kids from each middle school in like a specific place. We're thinking a big hall. So if you have any ideas, just let us know. But they're going to be presenting their whatever project they created and what they learned through ScienceX to parents, to their peers, and through some guest speakers. That will be a panel, and they will be from the STEM field. So we already have a couple of contacts who are ready to join in. But if you know anyone who could potentially be in the panel, just let us know. But we're also going to be concluding with a little like celebration and a little award ceremony for all the hard work the kids put in. But also the panel will be grading the kids' presentations using a rubric just for feedback, and so the kids can grow for the next couple of years and learn from what they could do better, I guess.
Mhm. Oh, Simran already mentioned about like having any connections that would possibly like be willing to be on the panel. That would be like super grateful to have like a diverse group of people from like different STEM fields. If you
Mhm.
guys have any connections, please reach out.
Yeah.
Okay, so advisors, so during like summer break, just brainstorm potential teachers that are preferably science teachers that will be willing to supervise the club. And like we were super grateful to have such an amazing teacher who was able to like also help the kids and us when we didn't have like when we didn't know what we were doing. And just try to find a teacher that would be willing to put in time for the club. And around September, reach out to them by email describing Science X and if they would be interested in becoming an advisor. Um, Try to reach out, if they say no, try other people to like try have multiple people that you could reach out to. And if you can't locate an advisor, contact us by October so that we can help you find someone.
Also, when you're emailing those advisors, like those potential advisors, make sure to describe like the time commitment. This club is bi-weekly. It's 1 hour long on the day you guys choose that you guys have availability on. So make sure they're available and they're able to commit to all those meetings.
And if someone didn't get the school that they requested for, try going on their district website and see like science teachers or like if you have any other teacher, preferably science teachers, obviously, and see like their emails and try reaching out to them. Or if you have friends from those schools, maybe ask if they had a science teacher that would be willing
Just
to advise her.
okay. Okay, so what will you receive? So you'll be receiving a link to this orientation video and the slideshow. And you could just review it if you want to like learn more about the general information and what each officer's duties are. We have a couple forms that officers had to fill out So all the resources that were stated before will be provided through a shared Google Drive folder, which will be shared through your personal email. As well, we'll be creating a group chat for each middle school chapter, so it'll be easier for the officers to contact us and your other fellow officers.
All right. I think that was all the information that we had to share. We're probably gonna give more information about how the first meeting's gonna run later, in the year. But the first meeting is usually just like going over what ScienceX is, how it's gonna work, how many members can be in each group, but just explain to the kids everything and like probably like a fun game to like end off the meeting there. But yeah.
I'll contact you throughout the year.
Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.